Hey guys, Charles Damiano back from the Bruce Lee Collection for another exciting episode, and once again, I'm here with Edgar Betancourt,
Charlie,
and Hector Martinez.
Charlie, Edgar.
Oh, you've been on vacation.
Wow, man, haven't seen you guys in a long time.
You guys disappear? I don't hear from you anymore.
I don't know. Charlie knocked on the door. He said, "Wake up, guys! We got another episode."
Yeah, and the fun thing about Edgar is he really surprises us with a lot of different and interesting collectibles, and this one's more of a pop culture type episode.
I like this.
On a lot of vintage stuff from the 60s, right? Early
60s
70s.
and stuff that's out now.
Out now.
Yeah.
So,
Make aware that there are things out there that you can collect, you know, that have to do with some of the shows that we have, especially the Batman 66.
Yeah, so what do you have for Batman? I love Batman 66. I grew up as that as a kid. I'm sure a lot of the viewers have as well.
Yeah.
Same time as Green.
Well, if it wasn't for Batman 66, we wouldn't have the Green Hornet.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. That's true. So what are some of these items you have from Batman 66?
So brand new, which just came out by NECA, is the Batarang.
Woo! Look at that.
Yeah, it's available. You guys can get it if you
remember that? The Batarang?
That one actually comes with the cord, and
it's
it
got the
folds.
cord?
And it folds, so you can put it in your utility belt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which we all wear, right?
Yes.
Hector still has his on, I see.
Is this good to use on the subways?
If you who knows? Maybe you want to run with the Guardian Angels and then pull out that as your weapon.
I like
your
that.
weapon of choice.
That is a nice
For
one.
Someone's to get better.
defense only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you need more additional help, you always can go to the
well, they have to let you know what's going on. You have to see the bat signal first.
bat signal will come up with this piece.
So this is also available.
There you go.
This is new also.
That is really...
You can't believe how heavy it is.
That is a heavy piece.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a heavy piece.
So this obviously puts the signal out, right?
Yes,
And you probably put batteries in
Batteries?
here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, look at that. Bat
So you run it
signal.
out, it'll hit the signal out there.
Powered up to 20 feet.
Look at this.
You can get the cast going for 20 feet onto the wall. It's nice.
So if you think about it, it's a great display that you would be able to put in your curio with the rest of your figures.
It's terrific.
It's great. Yeah,
it is nice.
It's great. And it's new. You guys can get it anywhere.
You can pick that up on eBay. You can probably find it.
Yeah,
The bat
yeah.
signal, guys, for those Batman fans out
Bat
there,
signal.
make sure you pick this up.
Yes.
Now, we were with you when you got this one, this next one.
Yeah, the chiller. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
this?
we were there.
Yeah.
The Batman clock.
We actually helped you
help me
negotiate.
Yeah.
This is timeless, this one right here,
Yeah.
man. Look at that.
Yeah.
That one is just vintage,
I tried to see if it was working, and if I put a battery in it and didn't function. So
No?
no. Yeah, I tried. I didn't think it was going to work anyway.
No.
Oh, it doesn't
That's
work.
okay. No,
Okay.
Jumping Jehoshaphat Batman.
Where?
We needed to wake our friend and more.
And more.
But it's a great display piece. You could take it
Yeah.
out. I mean, you know, it's got some
look at that,
interesting
man.
colors.
Yeah.
The Batmobile is purple.
That's a nice display piece, right?
Yeah, I don't mean to be unkind, but did you check the bat? Was it a new battery?
Yeah.
Because this looks
It looks like it would function.
it looks
It
clean.
did. So you put the battery in here, and it
just
didn't work.
a C battery.
A C battery.
Yeah. I put it in there.
And it didn't work.
No. It's okay.
Oh, wow.
It's all right.
Looks like it would work.
It's clean, totally clean.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get
There's
it.
no residue or
Did
anything.
you try
like that.
winding it up with this?
Yeah.
And nothing worked.
Gave it a wind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's still a nice display piece.
Oh no, it is. It's a great piece.
Yeah.
That's really old.
Yeah,
I could
it's
see
gonna
that.
look good, though.
I could see that in a kid's bedroom, right? When you were a
Exactly.
kid. Yeah,
Yeah,
look at that.
yeah.
Little kid, and you have this.
Look at Robin. He looks like a little kid.
Yeah, in your bedroom. Yeah, that's. I remember when you got this at the.
Right.
It was a chiller, right?
Now Hector seems very interested in something in front of him.
Oh!
Which one is that? Oh, Bullet.
Oh no.
Batman.
This is a beautiful
the
piece.
Victor label.
Japan. This is a Japanese Batman single
Yeah.
by Neil.
You know what I liked about that 45?
Wow.
You don't need the
That is
middle
nice.
ring.
You don't need the
look
who?
look at it.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
It's almost like a throwing star.
Yeah, look at that. You
Oh,
can just put that in your,
that used to put that on the record player, right? To keep the record center.
Yeah, it's like a throwing star.
Wow. Neil Hefty. This is the original by Neil Hefty.
Yeah.
Let's show that.
Very nice, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they
wow.
won't be able to see it.
I'll zoom in on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you take a picture of it later.
Yeah.
It's very
Beautiful
nice.
piece.
Yeah,
I have the LP, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the Japanese LP, the original American.
Oh, that's a nice
American
piece.
I
LP.
saw that and I
Yeah.
just
But this
jumped
is so
on
much-
it, man. I thought it was so cool. I love the.
How much is something like that? About 40
Oh
bucks?
no,
50
yeah,
bucks,
yeah.
30
It wasn't
bucks?
that much. No,
right,
no,
yeah.
it was not that much. Believe it or not, it was a
Yeah.
good find.
It's a great piece
Yeah.
to hold, man.
Yeah.
I like the artwork on
Yeah.
there with the Batman.
Yeah, well, that was the
very
thing.
nice,
That was the that pretty much sealed it for me.
I
Now
like
it's
it.
and behind it. No, actually, we'll go through this over here.
Oh, right.
Let's move on because we have a special over here.
Uh-huh.
Now, being I'm from New York, Hector's from New York.
New
Charles
York.
From New
Yeah,
York.
we're all from
New
New York.
We
York.
went to an amusement park back in the day.
Oh, Palisades.
Palisades Amusement Park.
You know,
With all those little comic ads on there.
Yeah, you have Superman and Batman.
that was the place.
and that was the place.
It really was.
Coney Island,
The island.
Palisades.
It got ourselves attention that we told our parents that we wanted to go see Batman or we wanted to go see Superman.
Superman, right?
And they would coax us to come to the amusement
look
park.
at that. Beautiful. You got Wonder Woman on here, Superman, Batman, Palisades Amusement Park.
It's back from
That's
the-
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Right
New
there.
Jersey,
Yeah, it was right over the bridge.
Yeah. Over
the
right,
bridge.
Right over the.
New Jersey.
Was it over the George Washington?
Oh,
what is
those
this
are
happened?
days.
Is this
Was-
like an insert that you
These were
would see?
it was a clip out.
clip outs.
Clip ads.
From the newspaper.
Yeah.
from the
from the
newspaper.
newspaper,
Wow,
yeah.
look how colorful that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
made
like
them
that.
comic book
Yeah.
style.
Yeah,
Like the
I
comic
wanted to get them because it'll look good in the display with the rest of the items.
Yeah,
I love
it
it.
would, yeah.
The vintage got that vintage look to it.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, this
Nice
is such a
find there,
classic.
yeah.
That's
And
a good piece.
And Hector was laughing at the price.
85 cents?
85 cents for parking, free admission.
Oh, that's what it
Yeah.
was back there, right?
Jeez, you can't even buy a bottle of water for
60s
85
and
cents.
70s, man.
You get a free ride on the whip, a free
On the
ride
whip
on
and
the
the carousel.
Whip.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. You know how many times I rode on that?
yeah.
Wow, nice.
These are
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
classic.
And then we have here that from Chillerfest.
Oh, yes.
This is what we
I
have.
was
here. We
there
have-
when you
Yes,
got
we
there.
were there.
Yeah.
One of the playing cards from 1966, the
Look at that,
Batman
man.
and
That's
the
beautiful,
collection.
Signed by
The
both.
trading, and it's signed by both Adam West and
Adam
Burt
West
And
Ward.
Burt
and
Ward,
Burt
yeah,
Ward.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I like that.
The Boy
Yeah.
Wonder and Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really nice one, man. Signed
Yeah.
by both of them.
Yeah.
Great playing card,
I think
right?
it says 1990, is it? There was that. No, what is the date there?
81.
81 that it was signed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
look at
when
that.
they signed it back in
Man.
1981.
Yeah, and these
Nice.
came out in '66,
Yes,
right?
yes.
When 1966, the
Yeah.
playing cards.
The original.
These are like the Green Hornet playing
Yeah.
cards, but this is the Batman and Robin
Batman.
version of them. Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that's a nice one,
Yeah,
man. And you
yeah.
got both autographs on
Yes.
there, Burt
So
Ward
that pretty much.
and Adam West.
So I'm done.
Beautiful.
It doesn't get better than
No,
that.
no.
Right.
Wow.
So it's nice to have their autographs.
Yeah.
Pretty much sealed
Good
up
for
for
you,
your
man.
collection. And then when we had that episode that I had all the action figures, we were so impressed by the Mars version of Cesar Romero playing the
Oh,
Joker.
wow.
So I was able to obtain a signature of
That's-
Cesar Romero.
That's a beauty.
That's really
man.
nice.
and
also.
here we are.
Look at that. Cesar Romero. I love the colors in this one.
Oh
It really
yeah,
pops,
that's a
man. That's beautiful.
nice piece of art.
And you did that nice. His signature's
Yeah.
right underneath it.
The Joker.
It's another
The
one of my
Joker.
temporary frames, but it looks so
Yeah.
good that I might just keep it that way.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
a
the black
beautiful
frame
one,
and the
yeah.
signature. Yeah, beautiful,
Yeah.
man.
So this is
You know,
really good.
Jack Nicholson was a great Joker.
But-
I don't even have to say anything about Heath Ledger.
Right.
But Cesar Romero,
It's just classic.
Yeah.
he was the Joker
Yeah.
we grew up with
Yeah.
as
Yes.
children.
You can't beat that.
He was very good. And then what we also have here, moving on to Hector's favorite, Mr.
Oh,
Steve McQueen.
That's the King of Cool.
Okay. They recently came out with this book. And it's Bullet, the cars, and the people behind Steve McQueen.
That's
Basically
amazing,
telling
yeah.
about the stunt people and the cars and how they were able to do those shots and
Yeah.
everything. How they where they set up the plan of what streets they were going down and
Wow,
everything. This basically tells the story of the chase.
The Chase, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice book, right? You have
It
this
is.
book?
No, never seen it, no.
Cars and the people behind Steve McQueen.
Forward by Chad
Chad
McQueen,
McQueen,
his
yeah.
son who recently
He
passed
recently
away.
passed
Yeah.
also, right?
Yeah. So it's a really
Wow.
cool book.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
All right, and then I also have something that we've all seen graphic novels. We know what that is, right? Graphic novels are comics that basically are geared more towards adults, you know,
Right.
but they still have graphic novels for Batman and other characters. And sometimes you find something that's very different, and I found something different. Steve McQueen, Le Mans.
Le Mans.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Wow.
You ever seen that?
No.
I haven't seen that
look at
one.
this. Le Mans, wow.
Let's show that
And his
one.
famous,
Number 20.
Yeah.
20 car, yeah.
The Porsche.
Yeah.
That actually went for sale just recently, but they couldn't
Sell it?
drop the hammer.
Oh, wow.
Over 30 million.
Wow.
No one bought it?
No one bought it.
Amazing.
Because I guess there was still a reserve, I believe. So they did not get the reserve price. Now,
Wow.
Jerry Seinfeld supposedly is the one who owns it.
Jerry Seinfeld.
And he restored it also.
Wow.
Now, you go in there and you see the artwork.
You would think it was
Look.
Jay Leno.
Yeah, I
Right.
think he might have owned it at one time or another.
Oh, yeah.
Steve
It's-
McQueen's
it's,
Le Mans.
it's like
Yeah.
cartoon artwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you call a graphic novel.
Graphic novel.
That's
yeah,
a graphic
yeah.
novel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it
man.
is nice.
Yeah.
They recently put out one of Return of the Dragon, right?
Yeah,
I
we
think
have
you
it.
have that
We
one.
have
The
Way
graphic
of the
novel,
Dragon,
Way of the
yeah,
Dragon,
yeah.
where they used it in a graphic
That
novel.
one was very strange because that one looks like the art was lifted off the film.
Off the film. Like
Yeah.
they painted
Like
over
they-
the
yeah,
photos.
yeah.
It was so accurate. I know.
Yeah, it was just way too you just did like computer art on it.
Yeah, this was
Okay.
wow. That's nice.
You know, I got this documentary. It's called Steve McQueen, The Man in Le Mans.
Yes.
And the movie Le Mans was actually a failure. It didn't do well when it was released. It still has kind of like a cult following.
Yeah.
But the documentary, Steve McQueen, The Man in Le Mans, it's a masterpiece.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It breaks down Steve McQueen, because Steve McQueen had love for racing.
Yeah.
And Le Mans, Steve McQueen wanted Le Mans to be Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon. Right.
So that was his Enter the Dragon.
So
Le Mans.
Steve McQueen's Enter the Dragon, right? It was Le Mans.
Right.
Wow.
His
nice.
personal film.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because he wanted to do a racing film. He wanted to do an action.
A racing
Yeah.
film. He
Yeah.
loved racing,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And
Right.
yeah.
Great
It's
actor.
beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And he was a man of action.
He
basically.
was. I mean, Steve McQueen
Motorcycles,
did
everything.
Yeah.
And now the other character that Steve McQueen played was Josh Randall.
Yes,
in
sir. Wanted, Dead or
Wanted,
Alive.
Dead or Alive.
Or The Bounty Hunter.
I was in a thrift store. You want to put this down
You wanna,
for a
oh,
second?
I thought you wanted. Okay.
I was in a thrift store.
Let me put these
And
on.
out there on Long Island, we have some thrift stores, and they have a little bit of everything in there.
Yep.
Some of the places are really good, actually. They have like action figures and things like that. You find old comics, you find knives, you find all these people. I
yeah.
go in there, and there was this guy selling movie paraphernalia. Like he had all this stuff, but I can never find anything that I wanted.
Yeah,
Like, they
yeah,
never
yeah.
had like any like Bruce Lee's or Clint Eastwood's or other
Charlton
things
Heston.
like that. All those great things, you know. So but I looked up on the wall and there it was, and I made a deal with the guy because I kind of said, how much would you really want for that? Can I give you blah blah blah? And he goes, sure, I'll take that. I said, I think Hector would love it.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
What is it?
Wow. Oh. Wow.
Wanted, Dead or Alive.
The NBC
Steve-
Studios.
Wow.
That's like a lobby card. That's really nice.
No, it's not even a lobby card. That's yours
That's a present for
Bro.
from CBS.
the wonderful world of
That's at
collecting.
NBC,
Wow,
right? CBS, actually.
The collecting
So look at that.
brotherhood
Look at that.
continues.
Thank you, bro.
Wow,
Thank
that's
you.
nice,
Now
man.
you like the bullet holes.
Then look at them. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Oh, nice,
Right.
man.
So that's for
There it
Hector.
Thank you so much, bro.
You are
Thank
very welcome.
Edgar, I appreciate
thought about
you,
as
man.
soon as I saw it.
Wow, Josh Randall, man. Look, at that.
That's a great shot of Steve McQueen.
It is.
Wow.
It's beautifully
Yeah.
done. Good stock paper.
Yeah.
It's a nice size. Good luck framing it.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice one.
This is terrific.
And,
Oh,
then,
thanks so
and
much.
now the recap. For,
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
grab
gonna bring
it.
this out.
Wow.
We saved the best for
We
last,
spoke
guys.
about this on our show here.
Yeah. Recently, we spoke about this. Edgar showed this picture on a previous episode of Ben-Hur and Charleston Heston
And Stephen Boyd.
and Stephen Boyd, and he had their signatures, right?
Yes.
But you didn't have them all
No, it
in a
wasn't
frame.
set up or anything,
Nice.
and I had this vision of what I wanted to do as far as framing it and mounting it and the colors.
Wow.
And how I was going to set up the windows and everything. And,
It came to life.
Beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
You really
Yeah.
did a great job.
yeah, I got the nice wood that's kind of like rustic.
And that's what you said on the
Yeah,
show, and you were
yeah.
going to get a blood red,
Roman red.
Roman red background.
Yeah, and it kind of brings out the yellows in
in the
the
signatures.
signature paper and everything. And then
Nice.
that's,
Didn't he do a nice job on that?
They did. So this is Charlton Heston's autograph.
Yeah. And
this
Stephen
one
Boyd
is that fellow on the
as
photo.
Masala.
Masala.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
great job with that,
The two
man.
adversaries. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so glad.
He's
yeah.
the inspiration for chicken masala. Right?
Chicken marsala.
Chicken
yeah.
marsala.
And what a way to end the show. with
Yes,
some-
exactly.
Making us hungry.
Wow. Well, this
We
is
gotta go
beautiful,
on and eat
man.
again.
You did a great
Yeah.
job framing it. I'm glad you
Yeah,
showed
no,
it.
no,
to
no,
follow
great.
the
Yeah,
episode.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This is what you can do.
Yeah.
This
Wow.
is what you can
Nice.
do.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
the fun of collecting, man.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful. You take
And-
pride in putting it together
And
in
I'll
the
be
frame.
honest with you, it increases the value
100%.
of what it is.
Yeah.
Both with the lobby card and both signatures there.
But that's not going anywhere.
I love the way they
That's
No,
the
it's
lobby
not.
card,
That's your
too.
personal collection.
You know, I seen on Pawn Stars, they were, somebody I think had something, an autograph that one of the guys that mentioned something about Charlton Heston or like Planet of the Apes or something like that. And they were talking about his, the autograph and everything. Oh, that would be, really expensive or this and that. And I said, oh, good, keep it that way.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Keep it that way. So
Let
keep
it,
the
let
value.
it rise.
Wow, very nice,
Yeah.
guys.
But you had to pair up these two guys.
Good
Wow.
stuff, man.
Beautiful
Probably the
Beautiful
greatest
stuff.
Yeah.
action sequence in a movie.
Oh, Ben-Hur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, what a great pop culture episode this was,
That was
right?
a great episode. Thank
Wow.
you so much for this, bro.
Yeah,
You're
thank you
very
for that.
welcome.
Appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, wow. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Edgar wanted to take us through some of his recent finds in the pop culture world. Everything from Batman to Steve McQueen to Bullet to Charlton Heston.
Oh, and there was a Paul McCartney 45 over there
Paul McCartney.
because you sang the song "Live and Let Die."
Live and Let
Here it
Die.
The Japanese version of "Live and
There
Let
it
Die." I didn't get it. I
Live
got it
and
after
let
Charles
die.
sang. Charles inspired me to get it.
Well, we'll end on that note. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed hanging with us today. We had fun with you guys. Until next time, Charles Damiano signing out from the Bruce Lee Collection, saying have fun collecting.
Always.
We'll see you guys next time.
God bless.
Peace.